Hello, my name is Buffy. I'm recovering perfectionist mama, and I wanted to explain to you, those of you who have not watched any of my other episodes, what you can expect from me, why I'm here, and some of the topics that we most likely will dive into. So as a women's lifestyle creator on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, all in recovering perfectionist mama, I do women's lifestyle issues. So that includes, romantic relationships, mother-child relationships, friendships, doing things such as self-empowerment, self-improvement, health topics, biohacking, unique topics like facial yoga, gratitude, things where you can literally improve yourself and level up. Because I'm all about leveling up, all about learning new techniques, new ideas, innovation, gut health, fun topics, things to do with family, diving into some mental health as well, topics that may help you meet your goals and things like that. I'm all about all of that stuff. So if you have any ideas for topics or topics you want to see, feel free to drop them in the comments for me and I will definitely take a look at those. So today we are looking at finding joy in the moment. Now, ultimately, finding joy is not really something that's difficult per se for most people. I think most people like to find joy and like to be happy and like to experience life to the fullest. But what ultimately happens is, and I think this is almost made for women in a way, is the fact that we are so hard on ourselves and we don't give ourselves the grace that we give other people. And so we expect perfection and nothing less in a lot of ways. And that is where my username comes from, Recovering Perfectionist Mama, grace and progress, right? Because I'm trying to learn how to give myself grace. And honestly, I can give, anybody grace because I'm a fairly non-judgmental person. I believe in live and let live. I believe that we're called to love others and encourage others and be there for each other. And that's what I'm all about. I'm a girl's girl, which is why I enjoy doing women's lifestyle to help women who might not know about certain topics, right? And so the other thing is, I think that we do enjoy time with our kids. We do enjoy time with our families and with our friends and such. But oftentimes we're so distracted by trying to remember the emotional load, of extracurricular activities, dinner, laundry, schedules, doing all the perfect things, right? Which there's no perfect mother. There is a present mother. There's an engaged mother. But there's not a perfect mother. She doesn't exist. And so we're trying to hold ourselves to an impossible standard. And it's just doing us a disservice. So I don't think that people necessarily suffer from a lack of joy. I think they suffer from their joy being interrupted by intrusive thoughts, by to-do lists, by unreasonable expectations that we put on ourselves, from social media where we see the perfect moms, where we see that, there's this woman who survives on 4 hours of sleep a night. If she can, God bless her. But I need my sleep, because if I don't have my sleep, I'm probably not the nicest person to be around. At least my husband might say that. I don't know. But maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he would say, oh, yeah, you're great, honey. No worries. So we are talking today about finding joy in the moment. And so what if joy wasn't something you chased, but something you noticed? In today's episode of The Mindful Pause, we explore what it means to find joy in the now. Not after the promotion, not when you lose the weight, not someday, but today. You're going to learn practical ways to reconnect with your senses, reframe ordinary moments, and build small daily rituals that invite more lightness into your life. Who doesn't like more lightness in their lives, right? And experiencing more joy. What a great emotion. I don't know how many of you have heard the phrase, the reason that we have negative things is so that we can appreciate the joyful things. Or you have to taste the bitter to appreciate the sweet. So, welcome to the Recovering Perfectionist Mamas podcast, Grace in Progress. And we are just going to work on slowing down. Easy for me to say, right, as I talk really, really fast. I'm hoping that I'm not talking super fast so that people can kind of understand what I'm saying. I've always tended to talk pretty quickly. And so my hope is that I'm not talking too fast. And I also use my hands too. See, hi, here they are. So I'm Buffy. And today is something that we often overlook a lot. Finding joy in the moment. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt unfiltered joy? Not the kind that's captured in a selfie. Not something Instagram worthy. I mean joy that just bubbled up from within. Unexpected, quiet, and honest. Where do we find joy? Do we find joy in sunsets? Do we find joy in puppies? Do we find joy in babies? Do we find joy in the warm sunshine on our face? Do we find joy in a rainbow? Do we delight in our spouse? Do we delight in our children? Do we delight in our home? The giggle of an infant, toddler, child, there is unmatched, right? Looking at a rainbow is unmatched. Feeling a spring rain with the little raindrops dropping on your nose. So fun, right? The beginning of the summer vegetables, a juicy cantaloupe, right? A juicy watermelon if you like that. Dancing, laughing until your tummy hurts. Those are all fun moments that we sometimes feel like we have to rush past because we have a to-do list, we have a schedule to maintain, we have kids to bathe, we have kids to feed, we have so much stuff to do. But do we really? It's almost like, is someone holding the clock on us, timing us? We just feel this pressure to just keep going with little robots, like little Energizer bunnies. But we weren't meant to live life that way. We were meant to enjoy, to savor. That's essentially what this podcast is about. There's a topic called savoring. And you're savoring the moment with all of your senses. Now, what you're going to do, you don't need to change your life. You just need to notice it. Here are a few ways to start. Joy is sensory. Try this. Next time you eat something, slow down. Smell it, taste it, feel the texture. That's mindfulness. And mindfulness is the gateway to joy. Create micro rituals. Rituals create moments to look forward to. Morning stretches, lighting a candle at the end of your workday, playing a favorite song while cooking dinner. Music is definitely my joy. I love music. Takes me wherever I need to go, brings back beautiful memories that I've had from past life experiences. While I was a child, during childhood and all that, it reminds me of the people that have passed. Just certain songs take me right back there, like a time machine. Anyone else feel the same way? Tiny things, big impact. Let's also talk about practicing gratitude, but make it real. Don't make it like, okay, well, the new in thing to do is to practice gratitude. So I'm grateful for everything. That's it, right? Is that really practicing gratitude? Is that really an intentional practice in which you're sitting down and you're trying to actually capture and encapsulate what you're grateful for? rather than a blanket thing or another checkbox on your to-do list. Make it mindful, make it joyful, make it special, make it have an impact on you. It doesn't matter what other people are grateful for or what they have gratitude for. It's what you have gratitude for, what makes you tick, what brings you joy. Don't write a list just to check a box. Pause. Think. There's no clock timing you. Try saying, right now, I'm grateful for, and then look around. Because when you make yourself pause, things become more clear. Let yourself laugh, right? Laughter is underrated. Watch a silly video. Call a funny friend. Even forcing a smile can shift your chemistry. I love to laugh. And when I laugh very, very loudly. I used to get hiccups all the time whenever I would laugh and I couldn't stop laughing. And sometimes people think that the things I laugh at are silly. I don't care. They're funny to me. They entertain me, right? I mean, I think they're funny. I'm not saying that I'm like the funniest person ever, but I'm saying that I enjoy to laugh. I laugh at my own jokes, right? So even if no one else is laughing, I think they're funny. And that is okay with me. Anyone else like this? So look around. Here's a challenge for you. Look around you right now and find one thing that makes you smile. Just one. That's it. That's a joy moment that you just challenged yourself to. So what gets in the way of finding joy? We often miss joy because we're stuck in overthinking. Joy doesn't live in analysis. Joy is spontaneous. Joy is vibrant. Joy is multisensory. Joy is excitement. Joy is in your heart, not up here. Perfectionism, waiting for everything to be just right. Like the gentleman who proposes to his wife, but he's like, oh my goodness, I didn't bring the correct wine. I didn't bring the blanket. I didn't bring, oh my goodness, I forgot the ring. Like this isn't going to be the perfect Kodak moment. Perfection is the thief of joy. Busyness, always moving, never arriving, never reaching your destination, right? And none of us have arrived yet, have we? No, we have time today to find more joy. We need to pause. Not because life is perfect, but because it isn't. And joy, it's what makes the imperfection worth it. What's one ordinary thing in your life that you've stopped noticing? Revisit it. See it again. That's where joy starts. So here's your gentle nudge. Start small. Find one joy moment today. Not next week, not after your to-do list is clear. Today, right now, if you can. Joy is not a luxury. It's a skill. And the more you practice it, the more available it becomes. If this episode sparks something in you, share it with a friend. Let's spread joy, not the loud, performative kind, but the quiet, honest kind that makes us feel more human. Leave a review if this resonated and tell me, what's one joy moment you noticed today? Message me on Instagram at Recovering Perfectionist Mama, or on TikTok, same name, Recovering Perfectionist Mama, or on YouTube if you like, Recovering Perfectionist Mama. Remember, you don't have to wait to be perfect to feel joy. You just have to notice it. Until next time, keep pausing, working on gratitude, and I hope you can join me for my next podcast episode, which is Strength Training After 30, why muscle matters for longevity.